Here in Bahia, Salvador, and we are at the finals of RoboCup 2025. I'm Johan Montano, and I am from the University of Newcastle, and here with me is
David Lutz. I'm from the WF Wolf. We're from Germany, Wolfenbüttel.
We are now at the ready position, and the referee is about to put the ball. We are seeing TH-MOS from China against HTWK from Germany. Both teams have Booster Robots, so since they have the same hardware platform, we should expect both teams to have the behavior as the deciding factor into this game.
Yeah, they're on the really same platform. They have. It will be an even match game, I hope, because then it will be quite interesting. With the boosters being now a new addition to our league, it will be quite interesting to see what people or the teams can do with them. And there was the first whistle blown.
There you go. We have started the game with TH-MOS in the kickoff. 4 Booster Robots, or 3 Booster Robots, just the ball out of the field already with all their power in those kicks.
That will be a throw-in for the red team. For the rules, if one of the teams will kick it out of the field, the other team can throw it in. The robot could throw it in with their hands, but most teams just kick it in.
Now, TH-MOS all throughout the competition has had problems with collision onto other teams, to the point that they have gotten a couple of yellow and red cards and some robots taken off the field permanently for the whole game. Now, we will see if they have fixed this behavior. Meanwhile, HTWK has already displayed exemplary behavior when it comes to robot avoidance and playing actual soccer. We can see the HTWK robots here maneuvering, trying to get the ball out of their field and take possession and go on the offensive. They are grouping near the ball, and the referee is calling some pickups right here. So we will have to wait and see. Now the defense of HTWK is thinned onto that hotspot in the field.
For the rules, the pickup is happening because the robots were too close to the ball and weren't allowed to be this close to the ball. It had to be like 75 centimeters away. Yeah.
Now, we can see that despite just being alone, this HTWK robot is just pummeling through the defenses of TH-MOS. It is now through and more than halfway their field. We might see our first goal here. We will see if it will tear through TH-MOS and stop its first goal. There you go. It is a goal.
That was a goal for the TH-WK, yeah.
That was an amazing display of offensive prowess right there. I think that despite all the robots around HTWK's attacker, that behavior that they have is just insane.
Yeah, TH-WK is one of our teams that is coming from the SPL. It's a standard platform league. They just merged to our league over and tried it with their new robot.
Oh, right.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Now we are trying to set up for the next ball.
Yeah, after a goal, there's like a reset phase where the teams have time to walk back to their own field, and now the team where the goal was scored against has a kickoff again. It would be the TH-MOS in the red shirts.
And I think that these robots have really shaken up the playing field, where back then it was thought impossible for these robots to play in a human-like manner. And now here we are with all these reinforcement learning policies and hardware that is really hard to break. We can see some soccer that is initially in its kind of like cocoon phase. There is much work to be done, but it is an exponential leap to where we were. Now you can see HTWK just on the offensive again, just smartly maneuvering to TH-MOS's goal. TH-MOS is too slow and cannot steal the ball. We will see if they can come back from this.
Yeah, it's nearly on the outfield. The ball is on the out. I guess it will be a kick-in for the TH-MOS right now. No, the ball is still in. The HTWK is pushing the ball next to the goal. And will it be a shot for the goal?
There you go. We just got our second goal in favor of HTWK. It is now 2-0. And now we are seeing the difference between the quality of the behavior code and everything that goes with it, including integration. As we know, with software development, it is very hard to combine multiple pieces of software together. And as we can see, HTWK has seemed to have done it well. Meanwhile, TH-MOS sometimes could have some trouble seeing the ball, so it could be a vision problem for them here. So we might see some tide some of the tides turning into their favor when they swap fields in the second half.
Yeah, TH-MOS Kids is quite a new team for our league. They had a lot of problems in the last year, and now they just merged to this new platform. An example, HTWK is an old team. They are from the SPL, as I already told, and they have a lot of years of experience. We had just a kickoff after the last goal. The ball is already moving to the other side, but there will be awarded a free kick for the red team, I guess.
Start placing.
Yeah, it's most likely because of some harder contact from the HTWK.
Now we can see the referee here trying to separate the robots together. It seems that they're trying to walk to the ball where it's still being placed. So the referee could still call some offenses.
Blue two ready, red two ready.
There you go.
I don't know my words right now.
We can see the HTWK robots positioning for a kickoff. There you go. Seem to have been some sort of penalty. There you go. A warning has been thrown for HTWK1. Still trying to pummel through TH-MOS defenses. Just fell over.
Yeah. So, there is a new ball in.
Start placing.
Now it starts placing, so the robots are allowed to move again towards the ball. If it's a free kick for the red team, the blue team isn't allowed to move as close again. Mostly free kicks are like given for a team if there was like pushing or some other penalty. The robots are allowed to contact each other, but they're not allowed to run into each other. If it's too hard for a contact or somebody falls over, that's a no-go.
Yes, here we see the TH-MOS initially on the offensive with their goalie and all their defender just switching the tides right away. We can see how fast they were able to return after the other side of the field, turning it into a goal. That is our third goal. That was in the span of less than a minute. Or maybe less than 20 seconds even. These robots just moved too quick, and I think that their enforcement learning policies are very well tuned.
Yeah, so as you can see, the new humanoid robots will be just over the sky. It's awesome to see how fast or how quick they can learn and implement new things.
As we can see, back in the days of the league, falling over is a massive problem, but we have only seen about once or twice or thrice of a couple of robots falling. They have superior balance to most of the robots in the league, and the HTWK seems to have a better offense and a more aggressive playstyle than TH-MOS. We will see if they can recover from this.
Yeah, falling down of the robots was mostly a kind of expensive thing happening, because if robots fall, they will get damaged like just a human. But they won't get bruises or something like that. That's already a thing of the past. They will just get broken arms or broken legs.
There you go. An offense has been called with a pickup. It seems to have been pushing. So, but still, the game plays on. There you go. TH-MOS is able to get the ball onto HTWK's side of the field and go on the offensive. Number 3 here from HTWK is just trying to avoid this TH-MOS attacker from scoring. There seems to be a bit of a tight spot. Now that the robots are starting to get better, we see the ball in these weird spots, and which makes sense as soccer is an insanely complex game.
Yeah, and there was some body contact, but as I already said, to a degree it's all fine. But now the HTWK is on the offense again. They're just dribbling the ball away from the TH-MOS. They try to catch up, but they have no chance. Will it be a goal again? They're nearly close to it.
HTWK on the offense, we will see if they can put this in. Some of the members of HTWK are rushing. There you go, we get another goal for HTWK. And now they're trying to put their other robot back in, number 5 from HTWK, Boosted HTWK. It is quite amazing to see how these robots can autonomously come back to their spots, but alas, they're not perfect.
Yeah.
And we can see some of the areas of the reinforcement learning policies there, but they can still get stuck. And since they are bigger and more aggressive and faster, it is quite catastrophic when they make mistakes.
Yeah, but if they play against each other, it's not that hard of a problem, because they're quite robust against each other. We are approaching now. We have still 3 minutes to go in this halftime, so there will be some more chances to score a goal. For the history of the RoboCup, we have like a lot of years of experience with robotic soccer, and we have different leagues. So if you just want to, you can look it up online or on YouTube or something like that. You can see a lot of videos and interesting things happening, and you can see the development from year to year. It's really awesome. It's quite interesting.
There we go. We see TH-MOS on the offense again. It's quite scary to see when they fail their kicks, when they start to stumble, and especially when they fall. You can hear a crunching sound, but they are able to get up like nothing happened. So it is most definitely fun. Some of the HTWK robots seem lost, like number 5 right here, trying to find the ball. We seem to see this tactic of TH-MOS, common tactic where they just surround the ball in a screen until they can get possession and go on the offensive.
Yeah, they try to play defensively now because they already got scored a lot, and they try to be more on the defense or cover the ball so the HTWK can reach it.
There goes. One of the HWKs fell on the ball, and the TH-MOS robot couldn't see it. Now we're gonna see it's 1 versus 3. There are 3 TH-MOS robots waiting for this HTWK robot. There he goes. He's falling over, and it doesn't seem to recognize that robot as an obstacle. So I guess it still doesn't have that stepping over capability like a human would.
Right now, you can just see that the robots are standing around the ball most of the time because they try to locate or think about what they will do next. HTWK is just pushing through, but they got caught on the arm of the red 4. Now he's standing up again for the attack. Blue number 5 got a call to be on the attack too, and he's just pushing forward. There will be, it's nearly near the goal again. Blue 3 on the, wow, there we go.
That is our 4th goal, is that correct?
It should be like the 4th goal, yeah.
Yes, that is 4-0 in favor of HTWK. Now, we have less than 1 minute left on the clock. We have 37 seconds left on the clock. It is very unlikely that TH-MOS can catch up to that number of goals, but we will see how the tides turn in the second half. For now, the robots just seem to be relaxing. Some robots going in.
What about the HTWK was caught in the net? You could say it. He will be picked up again because of the placement period after a goal. If you're still in the half of the enemy team, you're just wrong placement and you can be taken off. Or as it's called in the league, they are allowed to be picked up again.
There you go. There is no time left on the clock. And playing has still been called. Looks like there seems to be some sort of discussion at the moment. Oh, there you go. We get a kickoff, which is TH-MOS's.
The kickoff will just be started, and after that, the halftime will be called. The referee is allowed to do it, and
Set.
I guess the blue team has kickoff right now because it's the second half. The blue team is going to the ball and kicking the goal. They're already near the goal, just with 2 kicks. What was this?
There you go. Just the 6th goal for HTWK. The TH-MOS robots seem to be confused. There seems to be some localization error here. Perhaps some behavior errors too, as the goalie and the defender just got outside of the goal and now heading outside of the field. And it's supposed to be the goalie should not be moving when the ball is coming near the goal, but it just wandered off. So there could be some localization errors on there.
It looked like they didn't even recognize that the game was starting. They were just standing around and didn't know what to do. So it might be also a problem that they don't listen to the game controller as well. The game controller in this part is like the computer that is used by the referees to control the game. The robots will get information if the round is starting, if they are allowed to move, or if they are not allowed to move, like a penalty when they are picked up.
Here, as we can see earlier, that was just some crazy offense from our HWK group. They might as well have been playing with an empty field. Now, the HWK robots offense is just too hard for these TH-MOS robots to solve, as they seem to be having technical problems with it. So it seems that the gap between the quality of the code between two groups is just being more and more clear with each goal scored, and that is now our 7th goal for the game.
It was a really quick offense again. It's just they stomped TH-MOS in the ground right now. They don't really have a chance. That's a big difference in behavior or in the software, with your knowledge in software. As I already told in the first half, HTWK already has a lot of knowledge, a lot of they are in the part for a long time for just doing software. And TH-MOS was one of our leagues that already played with hardware around, but now have a new platform and don't know how to use it correctly. You can see this part here right now really good. If they're walking off the field, the robots don't know what they're doing, and the HTWK is just walking over them.
Now we should note the clock as well. We have 7 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. The longer this goes on, the harder it is for TH-MOS to turn the tides. They have to start playing really aggressively so they can catch up on goals. TH-MOS seems to be vying for the offense here. One HTWK robot just fell. So we can see a very interesting policy there. When they fall, they try to dribble around. TH-MOS trying to be on the offensive, but HTWK is hanging on. There you go. The ball is past the field,
but he just lost the ball. He don't know where it is. And his teammate is trying to come in, but fell over his own teammate.
There you go. TH-MOS has the offensive again. Another robot is trying to go back in. Robot 2 from TH-MOS. There you go. We can see some HTWK robots falling here. There's some talks going on with robot. There you go. They got a warning for picking up a robot without asking the head ref first.
Yeah, it already started working when it should be penalized for 10 seconds. That's just a no-go. Some things just shouldn't happen. It's like they didn't listen to the game controller, as I told you, as I said before. But right now, the HTWK is just near the goal again. They're dribbling the ball further and further to the goal. It will be a goal for HTWK, or will TH-MOS just be on the different goal?
That is the 8th goal of our game. It is 8-0 at the moment. It is looking bleaker and bleaker at one more second passes. Every second passes, TH-MOS is having more and more struggles with just trying to get back onto this game.
Yeah, you really see the difference. But now the HTWK just picked up the robot, the goalie, the goal scorer again, because he just didn't know how to get out of the goal.
It seems to be a common problem when they get trapped in the net. So I wonder if there is some reinforcement learning policy that could help us. There you go, pick up was score number 2. Warning. We have already destroyed a couple of goals, as far as I know, and it was rough.
The Booster Robots, as we already talked about, they are really powerful. They're quite heavy for their size, and they destroy the goal post, they destroy the goal net. So we are kind of defensive, referees are looking out for it, that the robots don't destroy the field too much. But right now, one of the robots fell down, and it doesn't seem to make any movement to stand up again.
There you go. A pickup has been called in blue too, as incapable, but still it seems to not matter, as this robot is just trying to shoot another goal as if they don't have any goals. So it's just too fast and too strong, while TH-MOS's robots scramble to just get it working properly. And I think that is our 9th goal of the game since the beginning of the finals of the World Cup in 2025. It seems to not matter. The Booster Robots from HTWK just seem to be order of magnitude or two better than the TH-MOS code.
Yeah, we can see over here at the red number 2 that is on the side of the field that they're trying to fix something on their laptops, on the mobile netbooks. They try to change some policies, they try to change their behavior, to just try out new things. I guess the finals isn't the right place for this, but they try everything to just turn around the game a little bit. But with just 3 minutes or 3 minutes 40 seconds on the clock, I don't see it's really happening, because that's really a hard task to see. But right here, we can see that the HTWK is just in front of the goal again, and just dribbling it around, playing around the TH-MOS kids. And there is the 10th goal for the game.
That is 10-0 in favor of HTWK. That is crazy for a finals game. Back then we used to see 2 or 3 scores like 3-2 or 2-2 draw-ish, where the players are even in terms of performance. But here we can see that HTWK's pressure is just too much for TH-MOS to handle at the moment. The robots' behavior don't seem to be doing what it's supposed to do, protecting their goal, but the HTWK's maneuverability and path planning and behavior seems to be able to just get around that and pierce through the defenses like it's nothing.
Well, right now you can see that
Pick up red 2.
the localization just failed the red team again, and he just walked into the goal again. It was just the one robot where they tried something new, and it just don't work. Some things just are a little problematic. And there's kickoff for the red team again. They try to go into the offensive, but after they touch the ball, the blue team is allowed to attack too. And just as you can see, the HTWK is just taking them the ball away, backing it up with another robot, so he will be protected with the ball. And now they try to. It's the TH-MOS really pushing their ball a little bit forward near the goal, but it's just too much. It's 1 against 3 right now, and the TH-MOS just can't seem to find a good space to put the ball forward. Oh, there was some kind of offensive. He dribbled the ball between the legs of one of the HTWK's robots. But now there will be all 4 robots defending their own goal, while the red team is only attacking with 1. So it will be quite difficult for them. Just now fallen over the red robot. It's not looking good for them.
There you go. That was a magnificent offense from TH-MOS, but apparently it was not enough. Here we have less than 2 minutes on the clock. We have 1 minute left, 1 minute and 7 seconds on the clock. It seems impossible for TH-MOS to catch up. It is an empty field on the side of TH-MOS. HTWK going for their 11th goal for the finals game 2025 RoboCup in Salvador, Brazil. It is some insane gameplay. That we used to have Roban or CIT Brains as our usual champions, but HTWK was able to kick Roban out of the competition in the quarterfinals. We are seeing a shift of an era here, and we will see how the league will evolve. It will be very interesting for everyone that's involved. We have 30 seconds in second half. The game is almost finished. It is looking very bleak.
Yeah, just as the background information, Team Roban was like the old champions. They were a really, really good team, but they just got kicked out by TH-MOS, and now we can see how TH-MOS is just getting stomped by HTWK. So that's just the difference in team quality. It's just a difference in software. And yeah, so I guess it's the last few seconds of the finals, and we can see the goal statistics here. The referee is allowing one last play. So it will be a little bit of overtime, but that is the end.
That is the end of our 2025 RoboCup competition. This is just the beginning for our HTWK group. They have joined our league for the first time, and now they are champions.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you for viewing our finals.